Can we talk for a minute about street performers? Because aside from being a super mega successful YouTube celebrity, I also perform on street corners every summer for money. Ladies, I am mildly mega successful. But crazy things happen to you when you're street performing. And some of my friends have great stories too. I don't know what it is about this first story, but it always makes me giggle.
Cam and I had a gig where there just was nobody. And it was not going to happen, but you were compelled contractually to go and do something. And my argument in those cases is always, look, this makes everybody look like they have bad taste. So we went out and did the thing, despite the fact that I have sound logic. And we set up a bunch of trash. So it was like a drink box and a water bottle and something else. And we were just performing to those people, those drink box, water bottle, whatever, as though they were the audience. And we were going to do the torch passing, the famous Hawaii 2-0 torch passing. And it got to the point where we normally light the torches. And of course, like all jugglers, we didn't have a lighter. And so Cam said, does any one of you have a lighter? And then we fell about the place because there's not like the drink box carries a lighter.
You know what I realize right now? That story's missing death, intrigue, danger. So you know what? I actually dug up an old story that did have this. Before I tell it, as a thank you to so many people subscribing lately, we're giving away the iOS stickers for free. Link in the description, and the sale is for 1 day only, so get them while you can. Now, if you're new to the channel, here's another dangerous street performer story you may not have seen yet.
For some reason in Prague, my act just went big and I had these huge crowds. Maybe because I looked so silly as a woman standing there all by myself in that turquoise dress as Mildred. And so I was doing these big shows. So it was right at the end of my show and I was collecting money and this cop comes up to me. He was one of the green cops. He was one of the commie cops, they called him. He comes up to me and he starts speaking to me and...
Should I close to the Hawkian?
Right, and I was just like, oh my God! There was this hush that came over the crowd and like they just moved in around me and the police officer. I mean, this old people, it's young people, it's everybody, and they just like surround us. And this old man comes up to me and in broken English, he says, we are here to protect you. Don't worry. We'll stand here until you pack your things up and you can go.
Wow.
What? Can you imagine? What a crazy story. Telling you right now, it's not all doom and gloom. In fact, one of the best street performers in the world actually met his wife street performing. This story is about a dude called the Butterfly Man.
Here I am on the pitch, a week to go before I'm gonna leave Japan. I throw my clubs out to the audience and one comes sailing back like a rocket and hits me in the side of the head. And I'm told I gotta see a doctor. Well, who walks up? That girl that had slugged me about a week or so ago. And she goes, well, I thought you said you were gonna ask me out again. And I went, you can take me to see the doctor.
Date number 2 is the emergency room.
No, so it was a doctor's office. She's in the waiting room. Doctor's in there. I let out a blood-curdling scream. He freaks. And then I sneak to the door and there's this little Japanese girl, just completely terrified look on her face. And I went, just kidding.
Romance, yeah. Now I've gotten a couple requests from you guys lately about how do you start street performing? I could not be prouder of my little kiddies growing up and getting a real job. Did you hear me, mama? Street performing's a real job. Can someone draw that for me? Just the image of me telling your mom street performing, it's just funny to me. But you know what? If you go to ballsandjokes.com, yes, this is a real website. It's this brand new blog with performing tips and it's really good. He's my friend, gives great advice, and I'm hanging out in the comments there. Otherwise, I'm itsAlexClark and I will see you somewhere, okay?